Hey there, creative friends. Greetings from New Mexico, and welcome back to the Zen and Creativity channel, your go-to hub for artistic inspiration and meditative musings, focusing on the Zentangle method tutorials for beginners. My name is Yehudit Steinberg. I'm an artist, educator, and designer. And I am a certified Zentangle teacher, and I am absolutely thrilled to be here once again. I am participating in Inktober Tangles 2023 by posting a video a day for the month of October, following the daily Tangle prompt suggested by Stephanie Jennifer, CZT, from Singapore. To get a full intro of this challenge, watch my intro video on this channel, and the link is in the description. You can join my group by clicking the link in the description and go to Eventbrite to sign up. We have live Sunday Zoom meetup sessions in October, and you will also receive both my beginner's guide and Stephanie's beautiful guide as well. So sign up for all Sundays, even if you can't make it. We record it, and this has been a question. It's been a little confusing in Eventbrite, and this is my first time using it. If you still have questions, comment in the chat, and I'll be checking periodically throughout the day. So let's get started. Here's the first day tangle that we're going to use, and it's called Beelight, and it is a Zentangle original tangle pattern. So these videos are geared towards beginners. Some of the tangles can be a little challenging. I'm here to give you the basic step-by-step, one line at a time approach. So let's just take a look at Beelight here. This is the tangle that we are going to do, and I'm going to demonstrate today. And it is a grid tangle. And I will explain in just a few moments what a grid tangle is. But I also want to let you know I'm working on a 2-inch bijou, Zentangle bijou tile. And when you sign up to join our group, you get a guide. And in that guide, I have several different templates for practice. And I have a whole page of 2x2 template square that is the size of the bijou. So you can use that template as you see fit. So let's take a look now at the supplies that I'm going to be using today. Now, I actually like to use this graphite pencil, mechanical pencil. I will have the links to all of these supplies in today's description of this video. And I'll be using a Micron 01 for most of the tangling that I'm doing. Oh, by the way, when you join, you also get 2 pages of definitions of Zentangle terminology, so you can become familiar. And if you get confused with some of our words, they're there for the definition is there in that booklet. I'm also going to use the Micron 08. It has a bigger nib, and when we fill in these black areas, I'll be using an 08. You can use an 05. There's different sizes, and I will create a separate video on these different supplies and how they're used. I also have a graphite pencil. This is a special one that I like to use, and a blending tool. Let's get started. Now, what I'm going to do with each video each day is I have step outs. In Zentangle, we have no more than 6 steps for you to follow. And a pattern must only have 6 to keep it simple. And I have created the step outs for each of the 31 tangles. I will be showing it here on every day and while I'm drawing, so you can follow along. And what I also suggest that you do is to right now is I'm going to open this up a little bit, and I'm going to take a screenshot, and you can there's a step out template in the beginner's guide that I have, and you can draw the step outs for each of these patterns if you want to. I like to do that because I don't know about you, I like to sometimes not have my screen or and be totally offline when I'm doing my creative work. So let's get started with Beelight, and it's a grid pattern, and I'll explain that in just a moment. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by giving 4 dots in the corner, but you can grab that step out and grab a screenshot, and then you'll have that. All right, so in Zentangle, classic Zentangle method, we start with 4 dots in a corner, and then we create a border. And I'm creating a straight border because this is a grid tangle. And then we're going to create what we call a string, where we put the pattern inside. And in a grid tangle, we're going to create a grid. Now you can have a grid that is straight or curved. Mine is a little bit curved. In the Zentangle method, a grid tangle is a type of tangle pattern that is created with a grid or a framework. So you can see here that this is the grid. This is where we start. Also, in our step outs, we typically use the color red. I picked this hot pink to show the new steps. So the first step is going to be drawing this grid, and then the second step, the grid, we make that black to show that the new step is these little curved moon-like pattern in the corner, and so on. Tangles are typically made up of repetitive structured patterns that fill the individual sections of the grid. These patterns are often composed of simple lines, curves, or shapes that can be repeated consistently to create intricate and visually appealing designs. So let's go ahead. So we drew the border in pencil, but now I'm going to pick up my pen and I'm going to draw the grid. So I kind of like to start in the center. And I want to try to keep it evenly paced here. Give enough room to be able to draw the pattern inside this grid that we're making. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my tile and create the grid going this way. Now, we have just completed step 1. Step 2 comes in, and we're going to go and create a little seed-like moon curved line in each one of these grids pattern. Now, up here at the top where it runs off the page, I have to imagine what was there. But you'll see as I move along, since this intersection here is off the page, you have to imagine I don't put a seed there. But there could be just a touch here. I could put it there, down here. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in with a, that was the 01. Now I'm going to come in with an 08, and I'm going to go in the corner, and I'm going to fill it in. I turn my tile to make sure that my hand stays in the same place. There's a little background noise this morning. Apologize for that, but my studio is near the kitchen, and we have a hungry family this morning. They get up super early. I'm up early. Thought I'd beat them, but this is life, and we want to be able to also participate in this challenge. So now I'm going to change. I'm going to pick up my 01, my micron 01. It's a very thin, small nib, and I don't know if you can see it. And I'm going to do what we call an aura. I'm going to do a parallel line and keep it flowing. Now, when you use these, when you use an 01, you want to be really careful if you happen to be a heavy-handed person. A lot of times they'll use a different pen. We call it a PN, which is a plastic nib, and it's more kind to those of us that might be heavy-handed. Now I'm going to try and keep these videos to no more than 15 minutes. So that you know, I want to be respectful of your time, but this is sometimes it might take a little bit longer. Now, don't worry, there are no mistakes in Zentangle. And if you look at my lines, and I'm showing it really close up, some of them look a little wiggly. That's okay. And when we finish, the next step, after I draw these in, I'm going to do some shading. And with that shading, it'll blend in. So in Zentangle, we say there are no mistakes. Basically, we're just giving it a little practice. And now, okay, so now I have completed the tangle, but we want to give it a little bit of dimension, and that's where I come in with a graphite, and I'm using a Cretacolor Nero Extra Hard that Zentangle has theirs. You can use a number 2 pencil. You don't need to have the exact supplies that I have. So now I'm going to shade. Well, one of the things that's really important, and I want to reach over, I want to, you want to have a good sharp pencil. Here we go. I have this Prismacolor sharpener, and it's portable. I know somebody asked me what I use, and I used to have, you know, an electric, a different gadget, but this little guy is really great. And it has two separate holes for larger ones, and it is made for colored pencils. So now I'm going to do some shading here. So I'm going to come down this line. I'm going to go on the inside of this line here. You don't need to shade the black area. It's already shaded. If you're using a graphite pencil, it will make it the black shiny. So just color in between those lines. What this will do is add dimension. See if you can see here, this is what I'm doing. That's where I'm going. And I'm going to turn my tile, and I'm going to go on the inside of this line this way. So I do all of the shading first, laying the graphite in, and then I'm going to take a blending tool, and you can use a Q-tip. You can use, there are different types of blending stumps. I have that information, and as I said, I will be doing a separate video. Now this one, I think I picked up this when I was using another color, and that's kind of cool, actually. It's giving it a little bit of a blue-black look. And I just go down these lines. And turn it. Now, I also, if you join up, I want to give a little shout out. So there's a link in the description. And one of the things that I created for you, I don't use music in the background in my YouTube videos because everybody has their own taste in music. And so I have a meditation music sound healing background, and so I've created a meditative Spotify playlist, and that link is also in your guide when you order the guide. So the next thing that I want to do is I want to go around the outside of this, but I'm still staying kind of on the inside here, and give it a shade. Now notice I'm turning my tile and keeping my hand in the same place, because that will give you a better line. And as you do this over the next 30 days or whenever you choose to, you are building muscle memory. Your eye-hand coordination, there's a lot to that as you practice, it gets better. So there we have it. This is Beelight, and tomorrow I will be coming back and doing day 2. Day 2 is called the Flame Flower, and I'll be including the mandala template and drawing both tangles from day 1 and day 2. So thank you so much for coming, and we will see you on the next video. Oh, and don't forget, if you haven't seen the introductory video that's in the playlist, I have a playlist on my YouTube channel that will have all the 2023 videos. So if you just go to playlists and 2023, then you'll be able to keep up with what we're doing. So thank you so much, and we will see you on the next one. And if you have any questions, just put them in the comments and I will answer them. I will be checking a few times a day, and I will answer them for you. Take care. Happy tangling.